Mr. Chair, I'm a former middle school teacher, which I always say is perfect preparation for this place. I know the incredible value and importance of public education, and to say that the children of immigrants are not entitled to learn and to grow in public schools is an extreme position. We're talking about children. This is a fundamental question of decency and who we claim to be as an Americans. I want to echo the comments of my colleague, Ms. Jayapal, who said there are no illegal children, and we should not be referring to them in this way. And how has this administration treated children and families so far? Well, it has cut early childhood education. It has cut children's health care. It has cut child nutrition programs. It has cut infant formula inspection. It has cut research for vaccines. They even eliminated funding for children's television programs on PBS. This is not an administration that is looking out for children and families. As I said, I'm a former teacher and I'm a parent, and I know how hard it is being a kid and a teen in this country today. Our kids carry the real fear of gun violence in their schools. They carry the real anxiety of unaddressed climate change. They have to navigate social media landscapes that exacerbate the crisis of loneliness and disconnection. And for the children of immigrants, they have to deal with all this on top of the fear that they're experiencing right now as there are targeted raids happening in communities across this country. And just last week in Vermont, masked agents decided to create chaos and a dangerous situation near 2 schools. And I heard from parents about how frightened they were to drop their kids off at school and to pick them up at the end of the day. The actions caused fear and concern among this community in Vermont, and that kind of anxiety is going to live with those children and these families for a lifetime. Mr. Saenz, can you describe the level of fear and anxiety affecting immigrant communities in the U.S. today?
It's extreme, and it's extreme because of what you have described, but it starts with the undifferentiated immigration enforcement that is happening across the country, targeted at certain states, but across the country, and accomplished through masked agents who do not wear identification that they're law enforcement at all. This is not what kids have been taught should occur in this country. So it occasions great anxiety, and studies have begun to document higher degrees of absenteeism because of it. But you add to it the challenges that you've also outlined. When you take away adequate nutrition, you take away adequate health care, you take away adequate housing, then those are the things that kids have anxiety about. Is my family gonna have a place to stay tomorrow night? Am I gonna get a meal tonight? Am I gonna get the health care that I need? On top of that, if they actually have a healthcare need that they're not getting, they'll be absent from school. But all the kids who are in school are preoccupied by that kind of consideration, and it leads to their inability to concentrate, as I'm sure you saw many times for all kinds of reasons in middle school, but this just adds to it, and it makes them ill-equipped to really take advantage of the education while they're sitting in the classroom. So all of it accumulates.
And I wanna make sure I highlight something here. It's not just immigrant children.
That's right.
It is any family that is a family of color in this administration, because we have seen that ICE enforcement is concentrating on people who have a different color of the skin and a different accent. They have widened the search. It's creating lots of harm in our communities. And so when you think about a child's immigrant status, and that if it can be used as a means to deny immigrant children of an education, where does this end? What is the logical conclusion for this in terms of equal access to public education? Where will it end? What other groups will be excluded from this?
Well, you have to assume that the theory that there's no rational basis that would strike down the Texas law means that there is no rational basis standard to strike down excluding disabled kids from school. They're also expensive. Their education is more expensive. So you can imagine that they would be the next target. And beyond that, you can single out any group of students because education is not a fundamental right. And under the theory being put forward today, there would be no basis to challenge any decision on equal protection grounds that would exclude any group of students. So you can imagine a society split between those who are allowed to receive a free public education and a large and growing group that are denied that opportunity.
I agree with you, and I stand with students, I stand with their families, I stand against the fear that is being created. And if we want a better world, which I think we all do, I think we can come together on that on this committee, then we have to support and protect young people in this country, not attack them. Thank you so much, and I yield back.